Hello and welcome to probably the last entry in this overpowered things series. For this one I will talk about many different trinkets that are certainly stronger than your current trinkets and are not too difficult to get either. Even so, they are not completely busted, but also don't have a 5-year cooldown. Well, some of them do, but not all of them. Shout out to my homies River Jim with the Arcano Crystal and Supreme Lord Kazak with the Ship Soul Prism. Both fantastic trinkets, yet those trinkets are very luck dependent to get. If you have them already, use them, and whenever you kill the bosses, don't forget to bonus roll as well. Another shout out to the Ravaged Seedpod from Red Nightmare, first boss, which deserved his very own video. I will link it into the top right. The first official entry is the Ghost Iron Dragonling, crafted from Mr. Pandaria Engineering with a relic of the past 5, so that the item is at item level 54. The 3 socket slot should be filled with plus 16 set cogs from Cataclysm Engineering. However, if those are too expensive, you can also use plus 12 cogwheels from Mr. Pandaria. I used twice 16 haste and once 16 versatility because I had no clue which stats most specs want. Overall, it's the easiest trinket to get, as you only have to shop in the auction house, provides fantastic value nonetheless. Expect 7 to 15% of your total damage single target from the Whelpling, besides also getting 48 secondary stats. Special mention to the Silent First Phase, as if you are a Subrogue and enter Stealth or a class with Acqui set like Shadowmaid, the boss will attack the Whelpling until it despawns. Very good for classes that have a rougher phase 1. Next up is Unblinking Gaze of Seethe from Shadowlord Ishkar in Hellfire Citadel in either normal, heroic or mythic, and is limited to Paladin, Priest, Shaman, Mage, Warlock and Druid. I have talked about it here and there already. If you can wear it, you should get it, even if you are only doing the Protection Paladin challenge, for example. As it drops on the 7th boss, try to either use a skip if possible, and there are 2 possible ways of skipping. Option 1 is the quest skip, by completing the quest to kill Gorfin 4 times, so you can skip the first 6 bosses. Either ask a friend with the quest done, preferably on Mythic, as it scales down and allows you to skip on Heroic and Normal as well, to enter the raid instance with you, and this will unlock the skip, and your buddy can leave right away. Or if you have the quest done yourself, invite your friend, enter the raid, give your friend lead, lock to your ult, and enter with the ult, and you have the skip enabled on your ult. Option 2 is similar to quest done yourself part, however it is for people without having a skip and only works on normal and heroic. This time you clear the instance on your main until Ishkar, then invite your friend, give your friend lead, lock to an ult, your friend invites you, you enter with your ult, and you can go to Ishkar right away. After you killed the boss, you can continue using your main to supply your ult with the ID to just kill Ishkar, and you have no more extra bosses you have to clear. If possible, try to get the trinket on heroic or mythic first, as it's very slightly better, however we are talking about 0.1% range here. As our favorite trinkets are 10-minute duration with 60-minute cooldown, I have 2 more to share. Both require the Combi time trick, you can click in the top right to see how to do that, and both come from Mr. Pandaria. The first trinket is Martars Glass from Martar the Not So Smart in Jade Forest. It summons Eonar for 10 minutes and does between 5 to 20% of your total damage. Sometimes he blasts as a range with some extra spell and does lots of damage, other times he only auto attacks and does 5 to 6% of your damage. Seems totally random, and since it's an item with 1 hour cooldown, I didn't want to include it with the other trinkets. The second trinket is a Terracota fragment from Jondar in Valley of the Four Winds and summons a Mogo Warrior for 10 minutes. While again we are looking between 10 and 50% of your damage, he almost always taunts. While he is very tanky, it still means he will eventually die. If you have a class that can taunt back, or do a challenge where the boss is taunt immune, for example the High Mountain challenge, it's a great trinket. Other classes however, not so good. Overall, both trinkets have a 15% drop rate with a 45 to 60 minute respawn timer, and both trinkets are decent. Compared to the other trinkets I listed in the previous, however, they are rather niche. Some quickfire trinkets: Gruul's Dragonspine Trophy from Burning Crusade Gruul, if your class is either agility or strength, and uses haste modifiers, for example Demon Hunter after I-Beam or Rogue Slice and Dice. Would not suggest it on an Arms Warrior or Death Knight, for example. For agility users I can recommend Bloodthirsty Instinct from Ursak in Red Nightmare, very good trinket, even more so as it procs more often the lower the boss HP is. Intellect users have the Balefire branch option, drops from Soulbound Goliath within Wayquest manner. Very decent on use effect if you do big burst as a balanced read, or generally if you want on-demand burst for say the Twins challenge. If you want to be a bit more tanky for any challenge, you can try Phantasmal Echo from Isondre in the Emerald Nightmare. Good situations would be Silent Phase 1, a bad Imp spawn in the Agatha challenge, or just some in general more tankiness for any other challenge. If you currently have no good trinkets whatsoever, you can buy the Herkuml War Token from Arcanist Ufriel and Northrend Dalaran. But unless you have no gold for the Dragon Whelpling, I wouldn't recommend it. Possible trinket for the Twin challenge, if you plan to kill the boss through the Enrage, is the endless Tincture of Unit Combat, crafted from Battle for Otherworld Inscription, to get your health back whenever you kill an enemy. You can also use the trinket for the Xylem Ice Shard in phase 1 after you kill them. You also get a huge healing boost even after the nerf. Lastly, I want to mention 2 healer trinkets, one of which I used for all my healers. Giving healer trinkets ranking is always very tough, so that is all my opinion. I guess that's a pointless statement since I gave my opinion on like 15 different trinkets now, and you guys seem to agree on it anyway. That's slightly off topic ramble out of the way. One is crafted by Battle for Otherworld Inscription and is called Highborn Compendium of Swirling Tides. It has a challenge on any healing spell to provide a 300 damage absorb shield for 12 seconds, and you can expect between 6 and 8 procs per minute. And while the shield is active, the target primary stat is increased by 11, but that doesn't really matter. I found it fantastic for every part of the healer challenge, and every of my healers used the trinket in combination with Unblinking Gaze of Seethe, except my monk who used the Dragon Whelpling. Technically I would say the Supreme Lord Kazakh trinket is better, but as somebody who did need 2 hours with the healer challenge, I will always take a small absorb shield, which helps me if I forgot healing, over having my heals a tiny bit stronger. The second healer trinket, and the last on this list, is Eonar's Compassion and drops from Argos, Nantoros or normal or higher and is forced personal loot. Means if you kill the boss you either get the trinket or not, and it follows your loot spec, so make sure to set it to your healer spec. For priests, that's holy. Whenever this trinket procs, it creates a small flower crystal and heals a nearby allied for 80 every 2 seconds for 12 seconds. Again fantastic if you did fall behind on healing. If you plan for long-term farming this trinket, you can do the same trick as with the Geese of Seethe trinket, where you clear the entire raid except the last boss and then invite your friend who then invites you all. You can also kill the first boss in Arcano War and then use this quest skip if you have it and then log onto your all, and that's like super annoying and super complicated to explain it. And that's it. That's all the trinkets I can share with you. As always, thank you for watching. Like it if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't done so, and bye!